So you're tired of being a dummy and you want to join all of us in the future and learn about decentralized finance or DeFi. Unfortunately, your cousin who's a crypto nut isn't exactly as smart as you thought he was, so that is why you're here. Don't worry, my friend, with a couple minutes of your time, I will get you educated on the wonderful world of DeFi, so that at the dinner table, you can be the smartest one in your family, at least on this topic and at least with the basics. Now, I'm not going to waste any more of your time because I know you have a lot to do today, so let's jump right into it. Decentralized finance, or as everybody calls it, DeFi, is basically everything a bank does but decentralized. It's digital money lending, borrowing, transacting, and swapping. And as the name implies, you can do this without a trusted third party, intermediary, or middleman. That means you don't need PayPal, Wells Fargo, Chase, Zelle, Cash App, or any of those guys that help make digital transactions online. Now, how is this possible, BJP? What about fraud? Well, my friend, that is a solid point, but there is this new technology out called blockchain, which I'm sure you've heard of. Blockchain is basically a digital ledger which cannot be manipulated in any way, shape, or form. In fact, blockchain transactions are not only immutable, they are public so that anybody can see them all the way back to the very first transaction. This prevents fraud because if everyone can see every transaction, this eliminates the double spending problem, as well as the ability for people to make fake crypto transactions and game the system. Everyone is held accountable because everyone's transactions are printed in order for the public to verify. So is Bitcoin considered DeFi? Sure is, as long as you're sending Bitcoin wallet to wallet and it's not from a bank, stock portfolio, or centralized exchange. But wait, my friends, there's more. When we start talking about DeFi on Ethereum, things get a little more juicy. Now, if you're sitting here wondering the difference between Bitcoin and Ethereum, don't worry, Uncle BJP has got you covered. When it comes to transacting with Bitcoin, that's really all you can do. Transact with Bitcoin. But on Ethereum, you can make these things called smart contracts. Smart contracts are contracts which execute automatically once certain conditions have been met. For example, let's say you and your friend make a bet that if a certain sports team wins a game, your friend has to pay you $10. Well, the team ends up winning, and because your friend is a broke boy, he skips town and doesn't send you the $10. If you guys had made the bet on the Ethereum network in the form of a smart contract, you could have put in the conditions of the contract that if the team wins, your friend has to pay you $10. And once the team wins the game, you would automatically receive your winning funds without the help of a third party like Zelle, Cash App, Square, or the guy you hired to break your friend's knees if he doesn't pay you. Pretty cool, huh? Now that you understand smart contracts, you understand that people can make decentralized apps that basically are these decentralized exchanges that people are using to swap currencies and lend and borrow. Now let's talk about lending. Just like with banks, with DeFi, you can lend out your cryptocurrency without the need of that third party. You can either lend or borrow, and interest rates are set algorithmically based on supply and demand. Not financial advice whatsoever, but just holding some of these really speculative cryptos can give you crazy returns. Lending out your crypto for others to use as liquidity is called yield farming. And what's cool with DeFi, because it's decentralized, is you can take out a loan without an identity, meaning you don't need a credit score or a form of identification or anything like that. Take out a loan, you put up something called collateral. Collateral is giving up something you own in exchange for the loan in case you're unable to pay the loan back. In this case, you'd probably be giving up some Bitcoin or some Ether. This way you would be able to take out the loan without a credit score. Now, if you're in crypto, you know that the price of every crypto fluctuates crazy. So to help with that, there are these things called stable coins. A stable coin is a cryptocurrency that is pegged usually to fiat. So for every stable coin dollar, there is a dollar somewhere. So for example, every USDC, there is a dollar being held by the organization that developed USDC, the stablecoin. Swapping the stablecoins is a good way to preserve the value of your portfolio if things are getting a little too volatile. It's kind of like having cash outside of the bank, but digitally. So that's basically DeFi in a nutshell. It does most of the things the bank currently does, except it's decentralized. You can swap currencies, you can lend money, and you can borrow money. Right now, DeFi is incredibly small, speculative, and risky, but definitely has the potential to disrupt the finance industry in the future. I highly encourage you to do your own research before you invest in any DeFi coins or projects. But with that, I hope you learned something, and I hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.